Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. Five Nights at Freddy's. It's finally out. It's here. In all its PG-13 glory. They're clearly trying to capitalize on the fact. I don't know. Trying to make it horror so kids can watch, but I don't know. Every time a kill happened and they just cut away from it, I rolled my eyes because I'm like when the two knockoffs that we got, Willy's Wonderland and Banana Splits, did this premise better than what they were ripping off. It just, now this wasn't a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination, okay? I enjoyed it for what it was. But every time there was supposed to be a kill and it cut away from something that was going to happen. Like, I was baffled that they started out with what was supposed to be a kill. Yes, normally in a movie like this, you would do that to set up things, how it's going to go. But in a PG-13 movie, when you have to cut away from the kills, the first scene is a security guard going around getting attacked, and you show something coming in his head, and then it cuts away with a scream, and then you get the title card. That's not how you do it. I think that's one of the most frustrating things about this is that they decided to make it PG-13. I understand that the premise and the way the characters are, it goes with that. But, meaning, going into this, I was hoping that this was going to be like Megan was, where they actually made it rated R and cut it down to a PG-13. But the way they set things up here, I don't know if that could be the case, to be honest. And for a movie where it's supposed to be, people going around fighting animatronics, there's really not that much of it. Like I said, these two do a better job than what they're ripping off. Now, I've never played any of the games. I don't know any of the story or the lore, if any of the stuff in this movie is even true. And if that's the case, then maybe I don't know, if the lore they give us in this movie is what is in the games, then I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe it's because it took forever for this movie to get out, and you had two copycats come along before it and do a better job at this premise, that it just, I don't know. So, I was very confused when we started going here. Because we got this character, Mike, played by Josh Hutcherson. He's raising his sister. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, movie where he's a security guard and there's these animatronic things trying to hunt him down, killing people. All right. So let's do a custody battle storyline. Because that's what you think of when you think of a movie like this. Why is this in here? Why is this even... The only thing that it really serves is to set up these characters, which, by the way, so we established that he is raising his sister because there's one parent left, the other one's dead. I think the dad left, the mom died, and the dad left. And so he's raising her, and he gets fired from his security job for a stupid fucking reason. The way this is framed just makes him look like he... Okay, so he's a security guard at a mall, and he sees this little girl being tussled by this guy, being, roughly grabbed by this guy. So he automatically assumes that this guy is trying to kidnap this girl, which we find out later is what happened to his little brother. We're going to talk about that. So, of course, he freaks out. And that's why he freaks out. But even in this situation, you have to stop and you have to talk to people. He just tees off on a guy and beats the crap out of the guy in a fountain and gets fired. Just fired. No, you're looking at jail time for assaulting someone in a place with with witnesses. No, he'd be going to jail. That is assault. He'd be going to jail, at least overnight. But no, we have to set up the story of he goes to this career counselor, played by Matthew Lillard, and they set up a twist that he's the bad guy. But they already announced who he was playing, so why did they frame it as a twist? And even to the characters, it's not a big thing because it's never made a big deal about, so I don't understand why they framed it as a twist. But he basically tells him, hey, I have this job for you, and he says, well, I can't work nights. And at first I'm like, what, because of his sister? No, it's because he has this dream thing. He has dreams, the memory of when his little brother got kidnapped. Why are there two sibling storylines in the same movie? Either he's having issues taking care of his little sister, or he has trauma from his brother being kidnapped. Why are we juggling two different sibling storylines in one movie? That seems a lot. Pick one and go with that. It doesn't work. And what they do with the reveal of what happened to the brother, one, is fucking obvious, but also kind of lame because it makes no sense. We'll get to that. So he's doing this. A couple days go by. He's doing this job. He has this babysitter named Max, okay? And it turns out that this Max, okay, so they have this aunt who wants the custody of the sister. This plot line is literally stolen from another horror movie that honestly did it better. Mama? Anyone? They did this plot line better. Although Mama was scarier than Freddy Fazbear, but still. It's the plot line stolen from Mama that I didn't really care for in that movie itself. But at least you know what really happened to that character. You know she's dead. Here, I don't know. Because, okay. So, at one point, he's got this babysitter, Max, right? Turns out she's there spying for the aunt to find out any misgivings or, if he's a bad parent or anything. And, of course, she doesn't find anything because he's not. Or bad caretaker, I guess I should say. And so then they come up with the idea to trash Freddy Fazbear's. And I went, that's why this subplot is in there. So we can get some kills. And normally, in a movie like this, that would work. But when it's PG-13 and you have to nerf all the fucking kills, it doesn't. At all. And it's a decent scene, but again, it's nerfed by the fact that they have to cut away from the kills. Because it's PG-13. Look, I don't care about what demographic you think you need to sell this movie to. I'm sorry. Make it rated R. I don't care. The two ripoffs, as you could say, who did it better, by the way, did that with a rated R, with an R rating, and did a better job at it. Like, when this was getting ready to come out, everybody was like, okay, what's it going to apparently it was reported there was going to be a 3-hour movie. I'm like, well, what? That's not the case. It's only an hour and 40 minutes. Then it was announced it was PG-13. Everybody rolled their eyes. I said, because clearly they knew what they were marketing it to. But my issue is, if if they were just doing the theaters, fine. Make it PG-13, market to them, fine. You are also releasing this on Peacock though, which means you can get more viewers that way. So make it rated R. Do two different versions. Put the PG-13 version out in theaters. Do the R-rated version. Film it R-rated and nerf it like you did with Megan and say, hey, take your kids to go see this in theaters. Adults, you want to see the R-rated bloody cut? Watch it on Peacock. That's all you had to do. But no, it's just PG-13. That's to me my biggest complaint about this is they made it PG-13 because every single time a kill comes up and they cut away, I just go, ugh. Because the idea of what the kill was going to be is better to cutting away from it. Because it could have been better when you really think about it, right? Like the beginning of this, with the security guard, you got this whirring machines going in his face, and then it cuts away. And all you can think is, oh, well, clearly it cut his face, blood everywhere. But we don't get to see that, right? And there's other stuff in here, too, that you see, you know. So, Mike, after a couple of days, he meets this cop named Vanessa, played by Elizabeth Leo from another PG-13 horror film, Countdown, which might be a better movie. It was stupid, but at least it knew what it was doing and it was creative with it. I'm just saying. But she's in this as a cop who's checking on him and becomes infested in this family. And this movie lost me partway through, okay? So, I don't know. Okay, there's a lot to talk about with this movie, apparently. He starts having these dreams, which are memories of when his brother was taken. And then all of a sudden, when he starts dreaming at the Fosbears, he sees these children. We find out later that they're the ghosts of the children that were killed, missing, whatever. And that the animatronics have something to do with that. We don't know what yet. There's always mentioning the yellow bunny, which I was confused because I figured, once they revealed that they're trying to take the sister, I'm like, oh, she's going to be the yellow bunny. And then when they go to put her in a machine, it's like some weird lady character. And I'm like, wait, I thought she was the yellow bunny. No. The yellow bunny is who they work for. So it's Matthew Lillard. And like I said, they try to frame this as a twist. They even modulate his voice when he's in the costume, but it's him. I mean, they came out and told you who he was cast as. So it's not really a twist. If you're a fan of the games, you're like, oh, yeah, him. And then you're probably sitting there going, well, yeah, of course we knew it was him. And it's revealed that Vanessa is his daughter. And I was still confused because I thought she was going to end up being a ghost, but she's not. And then it's revealed, sort of, that she was kind of in on it. But I guess it was the sister that made her change her mind about it. But yeah, like I said, partway through this movie, it really just sort of... So, we see them come alive and kill those people off screen to death. And then all of a sudden, when he can't get the babysitter to come in because she's dead. He doesn't know that, but she's dead. So, he has to take her there with him. Okay. And so he says this little tent for her to sleep in the security room says she can't leave. Then he goes to sleep. After he cleans up the place because the place was trashed. But that reminds me of Nicolas Cage, but there's no music or weird Nicolas Cage gyrations to it. But he goes to sleep. He has the dream. And in the dream, they convince him that he can have his brother back if he gives them his sister. He says yes, and they realize that's not what's going on, and he wakes up after he's sort of being attacked, right? Oh, no, this is later. No, that was later, never mind. He has the dream, he wakes up, and he can't find his sister. And then the animatronics are just walking around, and they're just there. And I'm like, what? And then Vanessa shows up, and they build a fort out of the tables and chairs. And I'm like, okay, when did this movie change? This is what? We're meant to be afraid of these animatronics, right? Why are they all friendly now all of a sudden? I don't get it. I don't get the sharp turn this movie has taken where they're being friendly. Yes, it's still revealed that there's some sort of curse going on here, but I don't understand it. I didn't understand. I just still don't. I don't know. Like, there was a thing with Snorky in this, where he was sort of good-ish animatronic spirit thing, but I don't know. This is strange. It is revealed that the kids' ghosts are inside of the animatronics. So it's not evil animatronics, it's ghosts, which kind of made me go, really? This is what we're doing? Oh, again, I don't play the game, so maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but that's never what I thought it was. I thought it was just animatronics gone wild. Ghosts. Okay, I guess that's what you want to do. But, yeah. So, basically, Vanessa tells him, hey, don't ever bring her here again. If you maybe that's the next time they come back that he sees it. But anyway, you bring her again, I will shoot you, or something like that. And she knows what's going on, but she's not really letting on what it is. And now for someone else who's going on, she's okay with leaving the kid alone with them. I don't know. But he realizes this is where I feel like his decision making is bad. He calls his aunt in and to watch her while he goes to work in the middle of the day, and then takes a sleeping pill to have the dream, and that's when they convince him to let her go. And he's like, wait, no. He wakes up, strapped to the chair like the guy at the beginning, but he's able to get out because he's smart. But he is hurt, and he's found by Vanessa. Right? Meanwhile, Freddy Fazbear just shows up in their house and kills the aunt. It's off screen. We never see a kill, but we see this ghost kid go, silly aunt, whatever her name is. She fell asleep. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know if something was cut, but we never go back to that. The movie just sort of, it ends after a while, and we're like, wait a minute, hold on. We'll get that thing I'll kind of talk about a little bit, so the kid and the animatronic get in a taxi cab and get driven to the Fazbears. Why did this taxi driver drive them? Why? He has a line where why do I always get a weird one, so he's used to it, but why? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Vanessa tells him that the only way to stop them is electricity. It's not permanent, we find out, but... And... this is a lame way to do it. Clearly someone went, well, it's going to be PG-13, so we have to figure out a clean way to do this. So electrocuting these costumes is the only way that they came up with to do it. Again, done much better in these movies. And I ended up disappointed because we don't get the animatronics being destroyed, smashed, decapitated, nothing. It's honestly kind of lame the way that it ends, to be honest. The Yellow Bunny shows up and it's Matthew Lillard, of course, and the little girl draws a picture of what really happened. The bunny going after them with a bloody knife, making the kids realize that he's the bad guy and he's the reason why they're ghosts and he killed them all, which is fucking stupid because they should already know it. They're ghosts. Ghosts know everything. They're being controlled by him. But how is he controlling them? I don't understand. It's never explained how he controls them. It's just, he is. controlling them. And even though she says, well, I can't go with you because he's my father, she's still able to go there and help. She gets stabbed, but doesn't die because PG-13, right? Can't kill off other characters, can't kill off good characters. And he dies, sort of, becomes part of the, because it's revealed that their bodies are also in, because apparently they can never find the bodies. Their bodies are also in the animatronic suits. Because they never, literally, this is how they say, they never thought to look there. Bull fucking shit, they never thought to look there. If they never thought to look there, then they are the worst cops in the world. As a cop, you have to explore every avenue. You would think that those animatronic suits would be the first place you check. It's absolutely stupid. And during this fight, this is where it's revealed that Matthew Lillard is the one who took his brother, which makes no fucking sense. Because he's just, no. How? No. It's like, it's like they're writing and go, we have to finish up that story about the brother. Just say he did it. It makes no sense. No sense that it would be him. Like, it makes no sense. Like, the guy that killed his brother just so happened to be his career counselor and set up the thing. No, bullshit. Bullshit. That's some kind of voodoo Damballa magic there. Sorry, Damballa. No, Damballa. Damballa magic to get that to work out. Even Chuck is going, that's fucking bullshit. Because that makes no sense. Right? It doesn't. So, with that drawing, he gets knocked out. And by the way, this is where I'm talking about the whole twist of it's him goes nowhere, because he gets knocked out before the mask is taken off. She's like, you can't do this, Dad. And he takes the mask off. Mike is unconscious. Don't you think Mike should have been awake for this? And be like, you. Because they make a big deal about, his name is William Afton, and he's my father. But we don't see what he looks like. Even though, if you knew who Matthew Lillard was playing, you would know. But I feel like Mike should have been a little surprised here, but he just sort of takes it in stride. The animatronic ghost kids, they kill him with the things that they talked about earlier inside the machines, which dangerous in the first place. And the whole place starts to crash to the ground. And him and the little girl save Vanessa. And we find out that she's in a coma in the hospital. Okay. And he's just living with her. And we find out that everything just went back to normal and she's doing better. But she wants to see her friends and he's not sure they can do that. And yeah. And it ends showing that Afton's going to be a part of the animatronics now. But I'm sitting here going, wait, what about the aunt? That whole storyline is just gone? Like, is she dead? That's gonna be a few questions for the cops, right? Just think about it. Just really think about this. Okay? This woman was trying to take your sister from you. She is dead in your house. There are 4 people's bodies that are linked to this woman dead in the place that you worked. No, this guy's going to fucking jail. I'm sorry, there's no way around it. We can't PG-13 my ass. This is not a hunky-dory, we're happy now ending. Aunt's dead body in your house. The dead body of 4 people connected to her in the place where you work. No, jail. Whether you did it or not, it's jail time. That's bullshit. They wanted a nice little happy ending, but when you really start to put logic into it, it makes no sense. No sense. No, like I said, I didn't hate this movie, but it just felt, It's the middle of the road. It's the middle of the road for me. I'm glad I didn't have to go spend money on it, because honestly, I would have been more mad, but like I said, I didn't expect anything from this because I never played the games. It just didn't do anything. Make it rated R and make some of the plot lines make sense. Okay? You can't just throw away this thing with Aunt because, oh, she's dead, so let's just move on. But there'd be more police investigation. Especially the added consequence of this, okay? Your aunt's dead. The people she hired have a connection to her. 4 bodies in the place that you work, they're dead. The cop assigned to patrol that area is now in the hospital in a coma. Her blood is probably in the place where you work right now. Yeah, doesn't look good for him. No. Anyway, yeah, it's middle of the road. It was fine for what it was. It was okay. I don't know. Just didn't get it, I guess. I guess it wasn't for me, but you know. So what are your thoughts on the 5 Nights at Freddy's, excuse me. Thank you for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.